The sun was blazing over the small bustling town, and the air shimmered with heat. From the end of the market street came the jingling sound of bells, a sound that made children's faces light up instantly. It was Rafik, the only ice cream seller in town, pushing his brightly painted cart filled with promises of cool sweetness. The cart was decorated with pictures of mangoes, strawberries, chocolate swirls, and colorful cones. Children ran towards him with coins clutched tightly in their little fists. But while Rafik's cart was full of flavors, his heart was empty of kindness. He was known for his greed, always charging a little extra, always measuring scoops so small that customers complained, and never giving ice cream to anyone who could not pay. On this particular afternoon, as Rafik rang his bell, a small boy named Ayan watched from the corner of the street. His clothes were old and patched, his face pale from hunger, and his bare feet dusty from walking. He stared at the ice cream cart with longing in his eyes. Summoning courage, he walked up to Rafik and said softly, "Uncle, may I please have one ice cream? I haven't eaten all day." Rafik looked at him sharply, his eyes narrowing. "Do you have money?" The boy shook his head. "Then go away. Ice cream is for paying customers, not for beggars," Rafik snapped, turning away. Ayan's eyes welled up with tears as he walked away slowly, clutching his empty stomach. Sitting nearby under the shade of a banyan tree was Fatima, an elderly woman known for her wisdom and kindness. She had watched the whole scene. Calling out to Rafik, she said, "My child, greed melts away happiness just like ice cream melts in the sun. One day you will understand." Rafik chuckled and replied, I work hard for my money. If I give ice cream for free, how will I survive? Kindness doesn't fill my pockets." Only smiled knowingly, as if she could already see what was coming. The next day, Rafik prepared his usual batches of ice cream. But when he tasted the first scoop, he frowned. It was sour. Thinking it was just a mistake, he made another batch, but that too tasted unpleasant. Customers who bought his ice cream began spitting it out, angry and disappointed. "What's wrong with your ice cream today?" they shouted. His once busy cart emptied within minutes. Rafik was left sitting in the heat, worried and confused. That evening, as he was cleaning his cart, Ayan passed by again. Seeing Rafik's troubled face, the boy hesitated, then said gently, "Uncle, may I tell you something?" Rafik, desperate for answers, nodded. Ayan smiled faintly and said, "Ice cream is meant to bring joy. But when you make it with greed in your heart, it loses its sweetness. When you share it with kindness, even the simplest flavor tastes magical." Rafik stared at the boy, speechless. The words echoed in his mind, reminding him of Fatima's warning. The following day, Rafik decided to do something different. As he pushed his cart to the market, he noticed a group of poor children watching him from a distance. His heart hesitated for a moment. Then, taking a deep breath, he scooped a small cone and called Ayan over. "Here, this one's for you," he said. Ayan's eyes lit up in pure joy as he took the ice cream. Other children gathered, curious. Rafik handed out a few more small cones to them, feeling a strange warmth in his chest. Word spread quickly. People noticed the change in Rafik. Parents who once frowned at his stinginess now smiled, seeing him treat the children kindly. More customers began to gather around his cart, drawn not only by the taste but by the happiness surrounding it. Every scoop he sold seemed richer, every flavor smoother. It wasn't long before his business began to flourish again. Weeks passed, and the sound of Rafik's cart bell became a symbol of joy in the town. Every day at noon he gave small cones to the poor children, and the sight of their smiling faces brought him more satisfaction than counting coins ever had. One evening, as the sun dipped into a golden horizon, Fatima walked by. Rafik offered her an ice cream cone for free. She took it with a smile and said, "See, child, when you share sweetness, life shares it back with you." Rafik looked around at the happy crowd, his heart light and full. The greedy ice cream seller was no longer greedy. In the laughter of children, he had discovered a wealth greater than gold, a wealth of kindness, respect, and love. And from that day on, the bells of Rafik's cart rang with a sweetness that everyone in town could taste.